Davao City to Hinatuan SDS 231 kilometers. Surigao del Sur to Guiuan Falls 1130. Took a quickie trip to Tinuyan Falls, Pislig City, Surigao del Sur, on our way to Hinatuan Enchanted River to catch a glimpse of the country's Little Niagara Falls. What's ironic is the name Tinuyan comes from the Cebuano word tinuyuan, which translates as an intentional act to attain an objective. Tinuyan wasn't part of today's itinerary, but we're glad we went there. Another scenic side trip was made by the production team and the Lost Boys when they took a different route going to Surigao and found themselves in front of Aliwagwag Falls. Yep, not all those who wander are lost. We were totally in awe with what we saw. The Hinatuan Enchanted River is a mystical body of water marked by its shimmering crystal clear blue waters surrounded by thick green jungle foliage. Located between the boundaries of Barangay Talisay and Cambatong, Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur, this mysterious river has become the premier tourist destination in the province. The river had us in its spell the moment we caught a glimpse of its hypnotic blue waters. Upon our arrival, a lunch buffet hosted by Surigao del Sur Representative Congressman Johnny Pimentel was waiting for us. It was a welcome sight after our long drive from Davao City. After lunch, some of our colleagues immediately jumped in the cool waters of the mesmerizing river.
Okay, group briefing lang tayo. Hindi na tayo magka-camp or mag-i-stay sa may Surigao del Sur. Diretso na tayo ng Butuan kasi masyadong mahaba ang travel natin from Surigao del Sur to Lipata Port bukas. It will take 6 hours. So, i-cut down na natin yung travel time. 3.5 hours to Butuan ngayon. So, diretso na tayo doon. We'll look for a okay na hotel and doon na tayo magdi-dinner. Convoy natin, tight convoy lang kasi mountain road yung dadaanan natin. So consistent speed 80, 70, 80, tight convoy, wala lang bibitaw. Wala na tayong CR break. This is our last stop, fuel up, take a CR. No stop na tayo going to Butuan. Our estimated time of arrival in Butuan about 8:30 to 9 p.m.
Arrived at around 2000 hours, had dinner and drove to a resort 26 kilometers away. That's what you get for not booking in advance. Got up early and drove approximately 170 kilometers to Surigao Port, and we made it with enough time to spare.
And so I asked my wife if I want to. Well, I've been telling her to go on this trip with her, but she couldn't because last year she was pregnant, and she told me, might as well do it now than do it later kasi you might not have a chance to do it. So I did the overlanding to Surigao last year, and I told her about my experience, and it was fun. So I was safe the whole time. And the wife was saying, if something come up like this again, maybe we could go with you. But of course, she gave birth, and this year we still have a 9-month-old baby. So she said she just chose to stay na lang muna. Maybe she could do it maybe next year or in a couple of years.
Our penultimate ferry ride was actually very relaxed, and everyone seemed to be in good spirits. Was it because we're on our way back to Luzon? After getting off the ferry, we immediately drove to Tacloban, knowing full well that the roads from Liloan are narrow and winding, not to mention dark. Also crossed our fingers, hoping that the steel barrier in Agas-Agas Bridge to prevent high vehicles from passing through had been removed or adjusted. Unfortunately, some of the rigs were too high. But with a bit of luck and teamwork, the group was able to find a way to somehow lower the rigs so that they could safely cross the barrier.
Merong barrier yung bridge, so yung kotse ko hindi magkasya. Pero yung mga iba kasya naman, so tinitingnan natin, nagtatanggal tayo ng mga gamit sa taas ng rigs para magkasya dito. Kasi if iikot tayo, 1 hour and 30 minutes, so mga 20 minutes lang magkasya.
Yung barrier mababa eh. So, yung mga rig, binababa natin yung hangin ng gulong. Saka yung iba may air suspension, binadrop para makalusot. Kasi kung hindi, 1.5 hour na ikot. So, ginagawa natin ang paraan para lahat ng makadaan. Ito, mas matangkad kasi may tama.
Oo, tayuan na yan!
Oo, bumaba 1 inch mo. Oh my God,
Balas!
Kabila, sa kabila, sa kabila!
Oh, sakay na lahat! This is a Great Philippine Overland Loop! Leyte!
Did you know that Tacloban City was briefly the capital of the Philippines under the Commonwealth government from October 20, 1944 to February 27, 1945? In an extensive survey conducted by the Asian Institute of Management in July 2010, Tacloban City ranks as the 5th most competitive city in the Philippines and 2nd in the emerging cities category. Unfortunately, in 2013, Tacloban was hit by Typhoon Yolanda. But the people fought back, rebuilding their lives and restoring their most loved historical landmarks.
Good day guys! Nandito tayo ngayon sa Tacloban. Makikita nyo sa likod ko yung barko na sumadsad dito sa daan noong bagyong Yolanda noong 2013. Tara, check natin. So guys, yung barko na to, ito pa yung totoong barko na sumadsad dito. Ito pa talaga yun. Tapos ginawa lang nila kasi nakasadsad to dun sa daan, nakaharang. So hinati lang nila, inurong nila dito, ginawa nilang tourist attraction as a memory for what happened in 2013. Tapos ngayon, pwede ka na umakyat. Kung gusto nyo, silip tayo. Let's go! So guys, pag nandito kayo sa taas, kita nyo yung dagat. From there, dinala yung barko dito. Umabot dyan sa daan. So ngayon, ito na siya, tourist spot na siya. So imagine nyo na lang nakasakay kayo sa barko, dinala kayo dito sa lupa, sa daan.
Dinner in Tacloban was hosted by fellow loopers Joey and Beth Reyna. Damo nga salamat. We drove to Samar via the San Juanico Bridge, which is part of the Pan-Philippine Highway and stretches from Samar to Leyte across the San Juanico Strait. It has a total length of 2.16 kilometers, the second longest bridge spanning a body of seawater in the Philippines after the Cebu-Cordova Bridge. On the road to Guiuan, we passed by Barangay Basiao, Basay, Samar to see women weavers weave banigs or mats by hand inside the Saob cave. The women weave in the cave because of the cool temperature. It keeps the tico grass, the raw material for banig, soft and pliable. Within Saob cave, gossip, laughter, and tico run free. If you have a chance to drop by, please do and see for yourself the wonderful workmanship of the women weavers of Basay. Arrived at the municipality of Guiuan at around 1300 and were warmly welcomed by Mayor Annalisa Kwan, who hosted our lunch.
Here in Guiuan first, we are rich in history. Magellan first landed in Guiuan, the U.S. naval base was here, and Guiuan was the biggest refugee camp of the White Russians from 1949 to 1951. That's rich in history. We are rich in natural attractions. We have pristine white beach, the surfing waves. And what's the beauty in Guiuan is, I think this is only one of the places na may dalawang beach, because Guiuan is a strip. The other side is the Pacific Ocean, which is good for surfing, and the other side is the Leyte Gulf, which is good for swimming.
Immediately after, Mayor Kwan shared with us the role of Guiuan in Philippine history. As early as the 16th century, the town of Guiuan, Eastern Samar, has played a significant role in Philippine history. In 1521, Ferdinand Magellan's expedition first landed in the island of Homonhon, which lies within the municipality. After the presentation, the main convoy went to the designated campsite at Sulangan White Sand Beach. The campsite is located beside a white sand beach, which connects the Pacific Ocean and the Leyte Gulf.
Happy birthday
Everyone woke up early in anticipation of the sunrise. Who wouldn't want to see the sun rising from the easternmost municipality in the Philippines? After breakfast, we went straight to Borongan, capital city of Eastern Samar. Pronounced Borongan, the name Borongan was taken from the local word borong, which in Waray language means fog.
In the entire Philippines, which has two national surfing competitions, it is because we have coastlines that face the Pacific Ocean. So we have the best waves, and of course, aside from that, we have pristine beaches that you can enjoy, and of course, we also have other natural tourism destinations, and particularly Eastern Samar is very rich in history and culture.
We parked by Baybay Boulevard, which was right beside Borongan Bay. Known as the birthplace of surfing in the Visayas, this is the nearest surf spot from Borongan town proper. After lunch, the group drove north all the way to the town of Arteche, the northernmost town in Eastern Samar. We were met by Arteche Vice Mayor Evardone and were treated to a snack of local kakanin delicacies and pansit.
Arteche loves you!
The refreshing snack gave us the energy we needed to continue our journey to Alan, northern Samar, which was still 202 kilometers away. We had to make a final stop at Mapanas, northern Samar, to catch a glimpse of the famous Blue Lagoon before the sun sets. It was a photo finish moment, but we arrived in the nick of time. After a quick dinner, we drove straight to Alan and arrived there at around 10 p.m. Safely docked in Matnog, Sorsogon, after a smooth trip across the San Bernardino Strait from Alan, northern Samar. Finally, we are back in Luzon. After driving out of the port, we refueled and had breakfast at a Petron station on the outskirts of Sorsogon City before driving to our designated stop for day 14. On our way to Naga, we passed by Mayon Volcano, one of the most famous volcanoes in the world. Mayon Volcano is an active volcano in the province of Albay. A popular tourist spot, it is renowned for its perfect conical shape and is regarded as sacred in Philippine mythology. It is said that the volcano grew from the burial grounds of lovers Magayon and Panganoron. Thus, the ancient Bicolanos named it after the legendary princess heroine Daragang Magayon, which meant beautiful lady. The volcano was also chosen by Gugurang, the supreme god of the Bicolano people, to be his home. He also made Mayon the repository of the sacred fire of Ibalon. Numerous festivals and rituals are associated with the volcano and its landscape. While everyone else was happy to have their photo taken with Mayon Volcano as a backdrop, the production team, along with Lost Boys PH, decided to go to Cagsawa ruins for some 4x4 action and to see the remnants of a 16th century structure, the Cagsawa Church. It was originally built in the town of Cagsawa in 1587, but it was burned down and destroyed by Dutch pirates in 1638. It was rebuilt in 1724 by Father Francisco Blanco, but was destroyed again along with the town of Cagsawa on February 1, 1814 during the eruption of Mayon volcano. From Legazpi City, it was non-stop driving all the way to Naga, with everyone looking forward to a hot shower and a soft bed after being on the road for almost 24 hours. Next stop was Clark, Pampanga, but before that, Tim's Uncle Nelson invited us for lunch at his newly opened Taiwanese restaurant, Golden Tree, in Lipa City.
They are the cook. Pag hindi masarap, sila.
In order for us to make it to Lipa City in time for lunch, we had to depart from Naga at 02:30 hours, and that's what we did. Passed by Lucena City, Quezon Province for breakfast before passing through San Pablo City en route to Lipa City, Batangas, where we had lunch at the Golden Tree restaurant. Have you ever tasted a barrel roasted chicken? We did, and we loved it. After lunch, the convoy passed through Metro Manila via the Skyway en route to Clark, Pampanga. Before heading to Pampanga, the convoy regrouped at Petron, Bukawe. Joining the group were participants who earlier went to Manila instead of spending the night in Naga. NLEX, the convoy entered New Clark City and drove all the way to Sacobia River Trail entrance in Porac, Pampanga, leading to Eden Spring Mountain Resort. The off-road side trip was a visual treat, dominated by a beautiful landscape created by Mount Pinatubo's eruption. We cruised through shallow rivers, along gorges with towering walls, and across the desert-like surface made up of sand and ash reminiscent of Middle Earth. The place was both surreal and amazing. We were in awe as we rumbled through the lahar-laden wasteland towards our destination. Spent the evening at the latest resort in town, the Eden Spring Mountain Resort, whose 3 pools were fed by hot water coming from the mountains. We were tired after our long drive from Bicol, but happy to be in such a beautiful and relaxing place. We found gold at the end of the rainbow. To our generous hosts, fellow loopers Kuya Ferdy and Ate Rona Angeles, Sir Manny and Miko Angeles, Ma'am Alma, Lillian, Connie, Fat, and Loy, and Mr. and Mrs. Viola, maraming salamat. Manyaman.